Hey everyone, welcome back to Crafty and Curious. My name is Nicole, and today I'm going to be giving you a bit of an impromptu video. I decided a little while ago that I would order a whole bunch of yarn grab bags from Hobbii. If you don't know what Hobbii is, it's basically an online retailer based out of Denmark. I don't believe that they have any in-store shopping. Correct me if I'm wrong, I really don't know. Now, I live in Canada and they're in Denmark. So far, I haven't had to pay any duties or import fees or anything like that, and I love their product, and their customer service is top-notch, I think. With all that being said, I thought that today I would share with you what I got in my wool grab bags. At Hobbii, they have these options for grab bags, which is basically like a surprise bag full of yarn, which is my favorite concept ever. Basically, they have, I believe, 3 options. They've got an all acrylic option, they've got an all cotton option, and then they've got a wool/wool blends option. And that's the option that I went for. Now, in the case of the wool and wool blends, the more you buy, the cheaper each bag is. So I used that as a bit of an excuse to buy more than I really should have. I decided to buy 6 because if you bought 6 or more, you got them at the cheapest price. So I spent a little bit of money, but I also did the calculations, and based on what I got out of these grab bags, I actually ended up saving 60% of what I would have paid for these products if I had bought them from Hobbii at full price. So I'm pretty darn happy with that. If you're not looking for a very specific yarn to use for a very specific project, I highly recommend these bags. With that being said, let's get into what I actually got in these surprise bags. So I'm actually gonna start off with some of my favorites. First thing, I'm super impressed at how many of these balls of yarn are 100% wool. I definitely thought that I would be getting like just random wool blends. It would be like 20% wool or something like that, but no, most of what I received is 100% wool. Some of them are even like organic wool or merino wool blends. Those are really expensive, so I was very, very surprised to find that I would get some of that. As far as getting sort of matching colors and things, I found that most bags had at least a couple of balls of yarn that were the same. So you could make a slightly larger project, even if you only got like 1 grab bag. I wouldn't say that all of them are like that. Some of them did just have like 6 random balls of yarn, but for the most part, most of them had like a couple of the same one. And I think that they probably did that on purpose because they know that like just having 1 ball of yarn is not always enough to create a sizable project. So I thought that was a really great attention to detail, and I was really happy to see that. So across my 6 bags of wool, I don't know which of these actually came together anymore. I opened these over a week ago, but I did end up getting some matching colors across different packages, so that was an even better surprise. If you buy multiples, you might also get matching wool, so just buy more wool. We all want to do it anyways, it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to start with my favorites. The favorite, absolute favorite that I got was actually this Tweed Delight. So this is an 85% wool, 10% acrylic, and 5% viscose. I'm assuming that the viscose is the little flecks that are in it. Don't know if you can see that. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous yarn, and it's actually my favorite type of yarn. I don't know why it's not. There we go. It's actually one of my favorite types of yarn, and that is a single ply sort of roving style yarn. I really, really like that kind of yarn. So in each of these balls, you get about 100 meters, so that's just over 100 yards as well. I personally got 2 matching balls in my set, and I'm quite happy with that. So I'm really, really enjoying the fact that I have these, and now I'm trying to figure out what the perfect project to make from them will be. I think whatever it is, I'll probably keep it for myself just because I really love this like black and white thing going on. And I'm sure I could make a cowl or something out of these too, so yeah. Tweed Delights, very happy with that. Now, I also received a whole bunch of these little balls of dark blue wool, and some of them match and some of them don't. I thought that they all matched, but they don't. I've got a bunch of this baby wool, 100% sheep wool. I guess it's called Happy Sheep baby wool. And this guy is a #1 super fine. And I'm assuming it's called baby wool because it's meant for baby items. It's a very, very fine wool there. There we go. And it's in a beautiful color. I love the color here. I ended up getting quite a few of these actually. I don't think they're all the same color though. They look the same, but I don't believe they actually are. So this one is color 11, lot 44. This one's the same as well, even the same lot. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. That's another one, same color, same lot. Those ones actually are all the same, from the same lot, and they're the same color. They're absolutely the same. The other ones that I got that are slightly different are these Easy Care Merino 100% wool. So you can see that there. Now these guys, here I've got color 9, lot 4131. Here you get about 185 meters, it says. It doesn't actually give you a size. It doesn't tell you if it's like a 4 or 5, whatever. I would say that this is probably quite similar to that baby wool one that I got. So this is that Easy Care Merino to compare. So this is the baby wool on this side here. You can see they're slightly different colors. This is a deeper, richer blue compared to this one, but this one's got merino apparently. And I would say that they're pretty similar in terms of size. I would say that they're both a number 1. This one was color 9, and I've only got one of them. However, I got 2 color 40s, which you probably can't tell that they are actually different from color 9. This is color 9 on top. They're a little bit lighter. Maybe you can tell. And then I've got color 240 right here. Same brand, except this one is what they call classic. And it's basically just thicker. I think it's more of like a DK weight, maybe. That's the only difference that I'm seeing. But I just wanted to note that I got a lot of dark and kind of navy blue little balls of wool. Overall, with the baby yarn that I mentioned before, I have 8 dark blue balls of 100% wool, which makes me quite happy because actually, if you can't tell, one of my favorite colors is blue, at least for garments and housewares and things like that. So I'm quite happy with a navy blue. I always kind of say that like navy blue and gold is like my color combination, so navy blue works just fine for me. So moving on, some of the other things that I was really, really happy with getting, I got a total of 15 worsted weight 100% wool balls, and that's the Happy Sheep Wool Power. They're not all in the same color. This is the color that I did get the most balls of. I think I have 6 of this color, which makes me really happy because 6 of these is quite a lot of yarn and I can do quite a lot with that. Probably will make myself a sweater or some kind of like outerwear cape or something like that, maybe a little shawl. It's that same like roving single ply style yarn that I absolutely love working with. And in each one of these balls you get 174 yards or 160 meters. So you do get a fair bit. The fact that I have 6 of these in this color is pretty great. I'm just going to go through the other colors that I received and how many of each I received. So again, 6 of these kind of off-white colors. And if you're interested in looking online for these colors, this is color 5. This guy here. I ended up with 2 color 21s. So this is like an orangey brown rust color, which I absolutely adore. This is another one that I'll probably keep for myself because I just love this color so much. Another one that I got 2 of, another color I love. This is like a dark, deep red. Again, these are 100% wool power. So that's the label there, worsted weight. This is color number 16. So this is a nice deep red. I wouldn't quite say it's in the burgundy zone. I would say this is like a really dark red, but I love it. I just want to keep all of them. Another color that I love that I got 2 of is color 11. And to me, this is like almost like a periwinkle purple instead of a periwinkle blue. It's just a really cute, soft color. It reminds me a lot of like the rainy days of April, which we're in now. And I just think it's really sweet and I love it. So yeah, got 2 of those, lucky me. And then the other colors that I got, I only got singles in, which I'm actually totally happy with because out of all the colors I got, these are probably my least favorite colors. I still like them and I'm still gonna use them, but I was lucky in that I got multiples of the colors that I really, really like. So the other colors I got 1 of color 19, kind of this pretty teal aqua-y blue. I got a very similar color, but not the same. This is color 18. It's a little bit more desaturated, a little more dusty. which is nice. That reminds me of the ocean for some reason. And then I got some black, just plain and simple black yarn, always nice to have. That's color number 4, if you're wondering. It's a nice deep black as well, not like an ashy type of black to it. So I really like that. I'm actually thinking of doing a project with these 3 colors. I think that would be really cool, and I would call it like the volcano shawl or something. I don't know. I thought that'd be cool. Fun fact, I've actually been on a volcano. I've been on Mount Etna, and it was really scary because I lost my hat in a crater and our tour guide had to go get it for me. And he may have almost died, but you know, he's fine. He's good. I also got all of this. These are all the small balls. And actually I ended up with more than this. There were 3 balls of wool that was actually the same as the brand that I've got in my hand right now, which I'll talk about in a second. And there were 3 balls of it that I gave to my friend. It's this Filz wool. I believe that's German. Filz wool. And it is 100% wool. Yes, 100% virgin wool, 50-gram ball, 50 meters approximately. And it doesn't have a weight number on it, but I would say that it's probably a 4, probably a worsted weight, or maybe edging on an Aran weight, which if you don't know, an Aran weight is just a thick 4, basically. And it's in this really pretty light gray color, so I'm quite happy with that. So the other one that I got was this, but it was like this ombre of like teal, blue, and purple. I'll put it on screen here. Really pretty, just not my style. And my friend saw it and she adored it. And I was like, cool, here you go. Gifted it to her, why not, right? I also ended up with 2 of these guys. This is a really pretty color as well. And this is Lima. I'm assuming like Lima, Peru. And it's 100% soft wool from South America. Okay. The sleuthing is coming together. We've got 50 grams, which is about 100 meters in this ball. And it's just this really pretty peacock blue color, which is color 1107, if you're interested in it. So 2 balls of that, very excited. Something I was actually surprised to get in these wool surprise bags was organic 100% wool. It just made me really happy to get organic yarn because I am a supporter of the organics industry by and large. So this is Nature 100% organic wool. Don't look at me, look at the wool. There we go. So I got 2 balls of this color, and this is color 69. Very pretty, light, slightly greeny sky blue. It's got a little more green in it in person than it does on camera, but 50-gram balls with 230 meters or 251 yards, and this is a size 1 super fine. So you get quite a lot of wool in here, and I suspect that this would make a really nice pair of socks. It's got that, you know, I don't want to say scratchiness. It's not scratchy, it's quite soft, but it's got that natural wool texture to it, while still being soft and fine. So I think something like this would be great for a pair of socks, or even like a pair of mittens or gloves or something. That would be awesome. Now, I was lucky enough to get 2 more balls of that same yarn, but in this more dusty cornflower blue color, and I'm really happy with that. I really like this color. I think it's pretty close to, if not a neutral color, you could consider it. And I think that this would make a really, really nice pair of gloves or something. We'll see what I do with that. But again, 100% organic wool, very happy with this. And these are expensive if you go on their website, which is why I was so surprised to see them in my grab bags, but here we are. So the last thing that I got a whole bunch of balls of what they call their Starlight brand yarn. And this is 60% superwash wool, 25% polyamide, and 15% reflective polyester. So this is probably the least natural of all of the wools that I got. And this color is the one that I got the most of. This is color 1. It's a very pretty color, I think. And I ended up with 6 balls of it. It's not the softest in the world, you know, the wool itself is a little bit scratchy, definitely more scratchy than a lot of the other wools that I've picked up. Pretty much all of those I would say, let's say 10 is an alpaca wool, which is super soft and like lush. I would say the majority of what I've showed you so far lays in like the 7 range. This is more like a 3 or a 4. And I honestly don't even think that it's the wool's fault in this. I think it's these little fibers, these little dark fibers that you see running in there, those little black lines on the cream color. The 15% reflective polyester, I think that's what this is. And it's just so stiff. It feels like you've got like hemp or wire thread in here. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. However, I do think that yarn like this does have its uses. I think that these would be great for a tough wearing pair of slippers because it is a little bit scratchy, but it also feels tough. And having that polyamide and that polyester in there, that will definitely help them keep together. So you've got kind of the warmth of the superwash wool. It's also superwash, so you can throw it in the washing machine, which is really nice, but you've got that sturdiness from the synthetic fibers. So I got 6 balls of that. Again, that's color number 1. And then I ended up with 4 balls of color number 9, which is this really nice sort of gray heather color. They're 50-gram balls, and you get approximately 70 yards or 64 meters in one of these. It is a number 4 medium, and it is made in Turkey, apparently. And I believe this is one of Hobbii's actual own brands. Look at the yarn, not my face. So that's it. That's everything that I got in 6 wool grab bags from Hobbii. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit long and rambly and definitely not as rehearsed as I would like. I didn't rehearse this at all, actually. But I just wanted to get on here and show you guys what I got so that you know if it's worth it for you to go and get these wool grab bags. I definitely think that it is. If you're able to, I would recommend getting more because the more you buy, at least with the wool ones, the cheaper it is. I don't think that's the case with the cotton and acrylic ones, but with the wool ones it is. For some reason. I have no idea why. But I do recommend buying as many as you possibly can because number 1, the more bags that you get, the more likely you are to get kind of matching balls so you can make bigger projects with whatever you get. And number 2, it's cheaper the more you buy. So there is no downside, right? I mean, your bank account might say differently, but I know mine does. But still, you get all of this beautiful product. And again, I got it for 60% off. So I paid 40% of what I would have paid if I bought all of these from Hobbii myself. So with that being said, that's everything I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, leave a comment down below letting me know. Subscribe for future videos. We'll have some chatty ones like this, and we'll also be getting back to tutorials regularly. So if you need any of that stuff, subscribe, stick around, hit a like on this video, and let me know that you enjoyed it. With that being said, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Stay crafty, stay curious, and keep making. I hope to see you next time. Bye.